What's up and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. So let's get straight into talking about 90 Day Fiance. This is part 2, episode 4, I Know What You Did. Starting off with Eric and Lita. Eric says Lita is expecting him to impress her family, but his only concern is he doesn't want her parents to see his apartment. He knows that if they see this apartment, that they will feel like it's just not good enough. Now that they are back in Wisconsin, he's rented them an apartment downtown, and he also has his family there to welcome Lita to America. Lita shares that she is really nervous to meet Eric's daughters and heard that Eric's ex-wife will be there as well. When she enters, Eric's family greets her with smiles and hugs, but she seems to try to avoid hugging his ex-wife. It's awkward, basically. Eric tells the camera crew that he still has a good relationship with his ex-wife and the divorce was a mutual decision. Lita adds that it's new to her having an extended family. So Lita finally decides to hug and greet Eric's ex-wife, and then later tells the camera crew she thinks it's really weird for Eric to have a really good relationship with his ex-wife, and she doesn't wish to be best friends with her, but she's going to have to be nice to her. They all move into the living room, and it's crazy because Eric, Lita, and his ex-wife, they all end up sitting on the same couch together. Once the conversation kind of begins to flow throughout the room, Lita's sister, Raina, says, I hope you all will support Lita in becoming a medical doctor here and connect her with somebody. It's just basically letting us know what her intentions were of coming here. It's not really to be with Eric, it's to fulfill her dream. So Lita's here to fulfill her dream of becoming a medical doctor. She's a medical graduate, but being a general practitioner in Indonesia, they don't get paid as much money. So that's why she wants to come here. Lita wants to know where Eric's other daughters are, and Eric tells her that they're working. And Lita said she can't believe they haven't showed up to welcome her, and it makes her feel like they don't care about her and her family. But girl, people gotta work, but they don't know you like that. They're thinking at the end of the day, I gotta get my coin, so they're going to work. But Lita, she felt some type of way about that. Lita and Eric, they head to the house for the first time because Raina says while they're sitting in there with the family, when is Lita gonna be able to see her new home? So what he does is he just tells them, we're gonna head on over now and we'll let you guys get settled, because again, he's trying to make sure that they do not see his home, only Lita. So once they arrive to the house, Lita says she knows that the house is going to be smaller than the house she has in Indonesia, but she's expecting it to be nice and a proper place for her and her son to live. As soon as they get there, Lita points out that there's no elevator and she refuses to carry her luggage. When they enter the apartment, it's a complete mess. And Lita looks disgusted, which I think anybody would in this case because the house was a nasty, hot mess. Eric blames it off on his daughter by saying, I leave for 1 week and this is what happens to the place. But I honestly think that that's just how they live, and his daughter didn't make that mess. It could have already been there and she probably just decided she wasn't cleaning it up, but I don't think that she made that mess alone. Eric, I feel like he's wrong for blaming his daughter for everything because all it's doing is causing more tension, and they haven't even had the chance to meet each other yet. Lita basically thinks his daughter left the house to look like that on purpose. Once Eric shows her their room, when they enter this room, this dude has a twin mattress and 2 nightstands that are mixed match. Like, they aren't the same. And it's just like, he really did not take the necessary steps to prepare for their arrival. He hasn't. She has a child that's coming. Where is the little boy going to sleep? On his fake blow-up couch or on the floor? This twin bed really is just for one person, but he's telling her that they can both fit in that twin bed until he can get a bigger one. It's just crazy to me. So on the patio, Lita starts crying and says that she doesn't feel at home and she wants to go back home. Colt and Larissa. So Larissa knows that Debbie has control of Colt's bank account, but she feels the only person that should have control over a man's wallet is his wife. So Debbie and Larissa, they head to pick up Colt from work, and Debbie says every day she drops him off and picks him up. Larissa says Colt needs to cut the umbilical cord basically with his mother because he's 33 years old. So shortly after they pick up Colt from work, Larissa tells him that they found a really cute sofa, but she wants to know what he thinks. Colt's mother adds she wanted to buy it right then and there, but I think it would be better if you saw it. I don't think we should buy something without you looking at it. Colt agreed with his mother and he wants to be included in the final decision. The producer says to Colt, do you think that the three of you will get a bank account when you and Larissa get married? That's kind of shady. That's throwing some shade. Do you think the three of you? But that was funny. That's a good question. And Colt replied, I think my mom and I will still share a bank account. It's just easier. I trust my mother, but I don't feel comfortable giving Larissa my credit card because I think she'll burn right through it. The next day, Colt takes Larissa to meet his skeptical cousin, John, and it's not long before John begins to interrogate Larissa. He wants to know, does she love Colt? How does she express her love to him? And I'm just thinking, like, really? I would have told him that's none of your business, first of all. Like, that's just none of your business. I think he should focus on getting to know her as a person and stay out of Colt's business, honestly. John is just not convinced, and he tells Colt right in front of Larissa, you can always call this off. Larissa felt like John was rude to her, and I completely agree. Moving on to Jay and Ashley. It's the next morning after the surprise party, and Jay says that, everyone was nice, but also he fills her in on what happened with her bestie, Natalie. He says that he didn't feel comfortable and that she's all about drama. Jay says that the cheating rumors were just that, rumors. I want you guys to comment down below. Let me know if you guys believe the cheating rumor, because I'm just trying to figure out why would her best friend be so fixed on believing that he cheated. Do you guys think that Jay cheated? Just how he talks and carries himself, I really can believe that he has cheated on her. So Jay says at this point, he wants Natalie out of their lives permanently. Ashley tells Jay she's going to talk to Natalie because the whole situation is just getting annoying for her. So 2 days later, Ashley tells Natalie she has to distance herself from her and that she can no longer be in her wedding. She adds that she doesn't want to look back at her wedding photos and see somebody that didn't support her relationship. So in the next scene, Ashley meets with the girls who will be in her wedding so they can try on their dresses. Ashley adds that she ran away from 2 engagements, one in which was completely paid for and totaled in $60,000. The total was $60,000 for this wedding. Ashley informs the ladies that Natalie will no longer be in the wedding, and one of her bridesmaids, Brandy, tells the camera crew that she too questions the intentions of Jay, but at the same time, she's going to be there to support her. Next, let's talk about Kalani and Asuelu. So since they leave for Utah in the morning, Kalani invites her sister over to talk before she leaves the state. Asuelu says, he's hoping that Kalani will share with him things that she doesn't like about him so that he can apologize. Once she arrives, they get wine and she offers some to Asuelu. And it was just so cute and innocent because Asuelu said, I didn't have wine in my whole life. It's just like, how could you be mad at him or how could you not like him? He just seems like such a sweet guy. So they sit outside on the back patio and Asuelu is not a fan of the wine because of his facial expressions after drinking it. It was just really hilarious. He was spitting it out. And Kalani opens up the floor and says that she doesn't want to leave on a bad note or want things to be weird when she comes back to visit her sister. Kalani responded she hates that her sister and her baby won't be close to her, but she wants to get everything out on the open. She goes on to say that, she was under the impression that Asuelu cheated on her sister, and that's why she hated him. A very emotional Asuelu says that when Kalani left, he wasn't sure if she would even be returning or if they would ever see each other again. Kalani told him that she doesn't like brown guys, only white guys. So he continued on doing his normal thing, as he put it. Kalani tells Asuelu that she wants to forgive him and move forward, but wants to make sure he loves her sister. Asuelu promised that he loves Kalani with all his heart. You can really tell the heart of a person, and I really got somewhat kind of emotional seeing this scene. I feel that he truly cares for Kalani, and I think his intentions are to be there with her and his son. Moving on to Steven and Olga. So Steven is upset that he can't be in the room at this time. He has to sign paperwork, but after 6 hours of waiting, they give him permission to be in the room with Olga. The lead surgeon enters the room and says that they have to do a C-section. Olga was very nervous because she was planning on having a natural birth, and I think she's very nervous about having any type of operation, a C-section at that. So that's going on with Steven and Olga. Moving on to Jonathan and Fernanda. The night of their arrival to Myrtle Beach, they decide to go to the club. So due to the drinking age in the US, because in Mexico, I think the drinking age she said was 18. So it's different here in the US. Fernanda is not allowed to drink, but that doesn't stop Jonathan from drinking. And I feel like he could have been more of a gentleman and said, okay, you can't drink, I won't drink either. But he got a drink, however. Fernanda says that drinking makes Jonathan make bad decisions and tells him to make the drink he ordered his last. Fernanda tells Jonathan that she has to go to the bathroom after, they've been dancing for a while. And while he's waiting on her, a woman makes her way. I mean, this woman slid in real good. Like, she just slid in and placed herself right in front of him and starts dancing all on him. Jonathan is caught off guard, yes, but I don't feel like he handled the situation correctly. He should have just walked away and left her there dancing by herself, really. But he felt the need to explain while touching her hips, waist, hips, whatever, that he's so sorry and he can't dance with her because he's engaged. But I feel like being intoxicated clouds you from making clear or the best decisions sometimes. Sometimes people don't make the best choices when they have been drinking, okay? So Fernanda, not knowing what was going on, comes up ready to tear the girl to shreds. She storms out the club and Jonathan is chasing after her, yelling, and it's not going well for them right now. I need to hear from you guys. Do you feel Fernanda overreacted in the club, or do you feel like she had every right to storm off and remove herself from the situation? Do you feel like she was in the wrong? Comment down below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with a friend. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss the next upload from Rumor Has It Official. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.